customer magazine. It's full of recipes and adverts, and I thought it's makes quite a nice sound. So I thought we'd look through it together. Okay. So on the cover we can see it says twirls allowed. Obviously a nice pasta dish there. So there's a little introduction from the editor called Lauren, and it says, "To a happy, healthy you. With so much information out there on what's good for you and what isn't, we're calling time on the confusing stuff. Our view on healthy eating is this: keep it simple, keep it personal, and never remove the joy." So there's some expert tips and recipes and lots of ideas to help you get the most out of your meals, from breakfasts that'll even tempt die-hard coffee and croissant lovers to dinners that put plant-based spins on family favourites. Whatever your New Year's resolution may be, this is food to enjoy all week, every week. And there's some vouchers there which I may have to use if they haven't run out. And there's the contents page. Lots of delicious looking recipes on there. There's an article here about kefir. So I'll read this. It's by Jamie Robinson, who is a Tesco executive chef. Conversations around gut health are everywhere, and there's lots you can do to work towards a healthier diet. But we wanted to make those healthier choices as easy as possible for you. Cue the delicious looking breakfast in this picture. It does look delicious. It's made with our new Gut Sense rhubarb and ginger kefir yogurt, layered with low-fat granola and paired with poached rhubarb for good measure. Give it a go and make it yours with your favourite toppings. And it says at the bottom that kefir is rich in calcium and gut supporting probiotic bacteria. There's some more pictures there of some lovely food. There's some Chinese takeaway ideas there. There's stir fry ideas. And some plant-based ideas there as well. There's some low-calorie ready meals at the side there. There's a lasagna, cod mornay mash and peas, and sweet and sour chicken. It's all making me very hungry. Luckily I've just had my lunch. There's an article about soup here. Okay. So it says to look out for the new range of soup mixes now in store. So there's a spicy butternut, squash and sweet potato soup, which I love. There's a chili bean soup mix and a Moroccan cauliflower and chickpea soup mix, which sounds lovely. There's also some vegetable sides there. You can see them. There is a root and sole roasted beetroot and red onion tart tatin in a balsamic glaze. There's a root and sole sumac roasted carrots with tomato tagine and crumbled feta. That sounds delicious. I love feta. Absolutely love feta. There's one of my favourite things is stationery. I am addicted to stationery, and that looks lovely, that stationery. I hope you can see that. So there's a flip diary there. There is some inspiration cards, which would be really good actually to do a video with. So I might have to look at some of those when I next go shopping. And there's like a journal of things that you're grateful for. And it says here, manifest it. So from small to-dos to big dreams, stay on track and achieve your goals with this planner. Then create a meaningful daily ritual and keep your mood uplifted by jotting down what's put a smile on your face in a gratitude journal. I think that's such a good idea. So there's an article or some pictures here of some different types of roasted pork there. So there's a spiced pork rainbow bowl and a roast pork and bean tray bake, which looks interesting. Okay, and there's the recipes on this side of the page. So for the roast pork and bean tray bake, you need a 1.3 kilogram pork joint with the skin removed. You need some olive oil, some fennel seeds, a leek, 2 red apples, a dried sage chicken stock cube, some whole grain mustard, some Dijon mustard, some cannellini beans rinsed, some curly kale, and 2 tablespoons of lower fat creme fraiche. Okay. So it says to preheat the gas oven to 6 or 200 degrees. Put the pork in a deep roasting tin and pat dry with kitchen paper. Rub all over with 1 tablespoon of oil and the fennel seeds and season with black pepper. Roast in the centre of the oven for 45 minutes. Toss together the leek, apple, sage and remaining oil. Add to the roasting tray around the pork, then roast for 15 to 20 minutes until the pork is golden. Transfer the pork to a plate and set aside to rest. Whisk the stock and mustards together until smooth, then pour over the leek mixture and stir in the cannellini beans and kale. Roast for 10 minutes until the kale has wilted and the sauce is piping hot. Stir in the creme fraiche and pork resting juices and season with black pepper. Thinly slice the pork and serve on top of the beans. The leftover pork will keep in the fridge for up to 3 days. There's also the spiked pork rainbow bowl, which style couscous, 1 lemon, 1 pack of flat leaf parsley finely chopped, 2 tablespoons of harissa, and a 200-gram pot of reduced fat hummus. And you need 380 grams of leftover roast pork loin, and cherry tomatoes, and some beetroot. That's an accompaniment. So we've got some recipes here that cost £5 to make. It says 5 healthier reader approved recipes to see your family through the week. Okay. So there is a sticky chili chicken stir fry. Okay, which you will need long grain rice, reduced salt to soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of clear honey, 1 lime zested and cut into wedges, some vegetable oil, a 500-gram pack of 5% chicken mince, carrots, spring onions, garlic cloves, a red chilli, and some fresh coriander. So cook the rice. As per instructions, mix the soy sauce, the honey, the lime zest, and 3 tablespoons of water in a jug and set aside. Meanwhile, heat 1 tablespoon of oil in a wok and fry the mince for 5 to 6 minutes until golden and crispy. Transfer to a bowl. Add the remaining oil to the wok and reduce the heat. Stir fry the carrots for 6 to 7 minutes until golden. Then add the spring onion whites, garlic and chilli and stir fry for 1 to 2 minutes until aromatic. Return the mince to the pan, add the soy sauce mixture and bring everything to a simmer. Bubble for 2 to 3 minutes until thickened and the carrots are tender but still retaining some bite. Divide the rice and sticky chicken among the bowls and scatter with the spring onions, greens and coriander. Serve with lime wedges for squeezing over. And then on this side we have a chicken teriyaki tray bake. So for that you will need a 600 pack of chicken drumstick fillets, 500 grams of carrots cut into thin batons, 1 onion thickly sliced, 3 tablespoons of medium curry powder, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 300 grams of long grain rice, 3 garlic cloves, crushed, 1 green chilli, deseeded, 1 chicken stock pot, made up to 800 millilitres, and 10 grams of fresh coriander. So on this page there is a phyllo samosa pie which looks quite tasty, and that contains 500 grams of potatoes cut into chunks, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 1 onion finely diced, 250 grams of carrots, some medium curry powder, 3 garlic cloves, 1 green chilli, 450 grams of frozen spinach, a tin of garden peas, fresh coriander, and a 250 gram pack of phyllo pastry. So for that you've got to boil the potatoes for 8 to 10 minutes. set aside. Heat half a tablespoon of oil in a lidded frying pan over a medium-high heat and cook the onion and carrots for 5 to 6 minutes. Reduce the heat to medium, stir in the curry powder, garlic and chilli and cook for 1 to 2 minutes until aromatic. Add the spinach and 150 ml of water and cook for 4 to 5 minutes. Stir through the potatoes and peas, season, then simmer for 2 to 3 minutes until most of the liquid has evaporated. Brush the base and sides of a 23 centimetre spring form cake tin with half of the remaining oil. Then use 5 sheets of phyllo pastry to line the base and sides of the tin, overlapping as needed to make sure there are no gaps and leaving any extra phyllo hanging over the sides. Spoon the potato mixture into the tin, then fold over any hanging phyllo over the top. Scrunch the remaining phyllo sheets one at a time into loose balls and lay on top of the potato mixture, ensuring the filling is covered. Brush with the remaining oil, then transfer to a baking sheet and bake for 30 to 35 minutes. Carefully remove the sides of the tin and leave to cool before slicing. There's a rosemary root veg frittata there, which looks lovely as well. And that has got 750 grams of potatoes, which are cut into thin rounds, 250 grams of carrots, 1 parsnip peeled and cut, 1 onion, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 10 grams of fresh rosemary, leaves picked and finely chopped, 6 large eggs, 2 wholemeal bread slices whisked into fine crumbs, 1 garlic clove, and a 220 pack of green beans. And you just make that in the same way you make a frittata. So that looks lovely. And there's a little shopping list on the side there as well. So there's a nice picture there of some grapefruit peeled a fork. So there's a recipe there for grapefruit curd, which I've never heard of, to be honest. And it says you can put the zest of 3 red grapefruits and 1 lemon in a heat-proof bowl. Add 200 grams of caster sugar and rub in with your fingers. Stir in 10 grams of corn flour, then gradually whisk in the juice of 3 red grapefruits and 1 lemon. Set over a pan of simmering water, making sure the water doesn't touch the bowl. Beat 1 egg and 3 egg yolks with a pinch of salt in a separate bowl. Once the grapefruit mixture has warmed, whisk in the eggs. Cook for 15 to 20 minutes, whisking often until thickened and the whisk leaves a trail in the curd. Remove from the heat and whisk in 100 grams of diced butter, a cube at a time until combined and glossy. Ladle into sterilised jars and set aside to cool. Store in the fridge. It'll keep for up to 1 month. There's some grapefruit granola. grill for 5 to 10 minutes on a foil-lined tray until golden and caramelised. So then to make the granola, 2 red grapefruits zested and juiced, 500 ml of clear honey or maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, 300 grams of Tesco finest porridge oats, has to be Tesco, 100 grams of flaked almonds, 50 grams of shelled pistachios roughly chopped, 100 grams of 4-seed mix, Greek style yogurt, bruleed grapefruit. And then it says to preheat the oven to gas mark 4 or 180 degrees and align 2 baking trays with non-stick baking paper. Put the grapefruit juice in a saucepan, bring to the boil, bubble for 5 minutes or until reduced by half. Stir in the honey and vanilla and then add the grapefruit zest, oats, nuts, seeds and a pinch of salt. Stir to coat. Spread the mixture across the trays and bake for 25 to 30 minutes, stirring every 10 minutes until toasted. Leave to cool. Serve with yogurt and a drizzle of honey and bruleed grapefruit if you like. That sounds delicious. I'm just going to have a little drink. So there's another article on Swede. So there's some recipes here made with Swede. So this first one is buffalo Swede tacos, which look interesting, don't they? So it says here that for these buffalo Swede tacos you need 1 small red onion sliced, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, 1.5 teaspoons of ground cumin, 1 tablespoon of corn flour, 1 tablespoon of rapeseed oil, 180 grams of swede, peeled and cut into wedges, 700 ml of buffalo hot sauce, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, 1 lime, 2 packs of ripe and ready avocados, sliced, 8 pack of mini white tortillas, heated pack instructions, 75 grams of vegetarian blue Stilton crumbled, and 15 grams of fresh coriander leaves. So that looks lovely. Then on this page there's some Swede and potato mash as well, which is great to add vegetables to mashed potato. And there's a little saying here from a Swede grower. He says that our Swedes are grown in full sun with plenty of moisture, which helps them develop a sweet, nutty, buttery flavour. I like Swede grated and raw with olive oil, garlic and black pepper. I've never had Swede raw, so I wonder what that would taste like. It's a lovely picture there of a dip, lots of vegetable accompaniments, and this is all about chickpeas. So obviously we make hummus from chickpeas. So this is a recipe to make hummus at home. So it says blitz your choice of drained tinned beans. Barlotti, butter or cannellini beans are great with crushed garlic. lemon juice and zest and olive oil. Loosen with a little water. Top with any fresh herbs, chopped nuts or seeds, and get dipping. I love hummus. There's an article here on 31 days to better eating. So it says here that forget the hard to keep resolutions. Make January the month you build healthier, better eating habits with these expert tips. So enjoying a healthy diet doesn't have to be hard or costly, although the noise at this time of year can make it easy to forget that. So they've got some simple steps here to change your diet very slightly, just for the better. Okay, so number 1, it says start with a personal mission. Maybe it's lowering cholesterol or eating more iron. Find real advice that works for you. So it says dig deeper. That life-changing claim on social media may not be rooted in evidence. When looking at what an expert is trying to claim, make sure it is backed up by science. You can search their name on the Association for Nutrition or the British Dietetics Association website to make sure they have credentials. Ask for advice. Your algorithm may know your interests, but it doesn't know your body. We all have different needs based on our lifestyles, life stages, and dietary preferences. But one study has found 87% of Gen Z and millennials on TikTok use it for health and nutrition advice. Instead, consult your GP or a registered dietitian for personal advice. Finders keepers. Whatever your requirements or goals, take the quiz at tesco.co.uk to find personalised recipes bursting with goodness. So there's some ideas of foods you can swap to there. So some whole wheat pasta, some sweet potatoes, mixed nuts. So better swaps. So sweet potato, they're rich in beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A to aid vision and immune function along with skin health. You can try it in mash, pies or as chips, or use it in baking. Whole wheat fusilli. It has more protein and fibre than white pasta, which aids digestion and improves blood and glucose levels. Try it with a veg pack sauce. Mixed nuts are a source of fibre and also plant-based protein. Try it with cereal, porridge or yoghurt at breakfast, or snack on a handful instead of crisps. So it says keep it easy. Achievable changes that you can make every day will soon become habits that you don't have to think about. Master the meal plan. Healthy eating doesn't mean ditching your meal plan. Set a goal to try one new recipe each week to help promote variety for your gut. Try simple swaps in your favourite dishes, such as using spices rather than salt or steaming instead of frying. More is more. Often diets focus on avoiding certain foods, but the key is to add. Adding plants to your plate means you get food you enjoy, but with more health benefits. Top soup with seeds, add sun-dried tomatoes to pizza, or stir spinach into curry and pasta. Go with the slow. It's not just what you eat, but how. Eating in front of a screen means we lose track of what and how much we're eating. Sit at a table or away from screens. Focus on your foods and put down your fork after each bite. This can support digestion and prevent overeating. Make it affordable. They say health is wealth, but that doesn't mean it has to be pricey. In fact, some of the best ways to boost your health come with little or no price tag. Drink more water. We often overlook hydration, but it's essential for almost every function in the body. Keep a bottle in sight and carry on sipping. Try oily fish like salmon, sardines or mackerel in spring water. Use tinned chickpeas, beans and lentils in curries and stews. Shop in season. If fresh fruit and veg feel costly, look for seasonal produce. It can often be more affordable and will help you switch up your meals. Tinned and frozen veg count for your 5 a day. And there's a lovely breakfast idea there. It says breakfast, start well with fruit. So this is pear and raspberry baked oats. So bake the night before and reheat in the microwave, or measure the ingredients out, leaving the berries in the freezer to mix and bake the next day. So you need 125 grams of rolled porridge oats, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 125 milligrams of milk, 1 conference pear grated, 2 eggs lightly beaten, 100 grams of frozen raspberries, 1 tablespoon of clear honey, plus extra optional. Preheat the oven to gas 6, 200 degrees. Mix the oats with the baking powder and pour over the milk. Stir in the grated pear, eggs, raspberries and honey, then spoon into ramekins or oven-proof dishes. Bake for 25 to 30 minutes until golden and springy to the touch. Drizzle with a little honey to serve if you like. Then we move on to lunch. And it says batch cook a healthy lunch. This is a quick bean and chilli bitters. It says that beans are a source of protein. So make a double batch and freeze for speedy midweek meal. Otherwise, the cold chilli will last for 3 days in an airtight container in the fridge. So you need 1 teaspoon of rapeseed oil, 80 grams of frozen diced onion or a small onion diced, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 2 tins of haricot beans, 2 tins of red season. Dip in the beans and juices and tomatoes, bring to a simmer, then cook over a medium heat for 10 minutes. Stir in the peppers and cook for 10 minutes until thickened slightly. Spoon into the bitters with the salad, yogurt and fresh coriander if you like coriander. And then there's a snack. We all love to snack, don't we? It says eat more fibre. So chop a 200-gram pack of unsalted fruit and nut mix. Then mix with 250 grams of malt wheats and 75 grams of salted popcorn. Mix 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce with half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika and a pinch of cayenne pepper, if you like. Pour over the dry ingredients and stir well. Spray well with light olive oil spray. Shake, then tip into an air fryer in 2 batches if needed, and bake at 180 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes, shaking halfway. Or bake in the oven at gas max 6, 200 degrees for 10 minutes, shaking halfway. Leave this to cool, then portion into jars or airtight containers. It'll keep in a cool, dark place for up to a week. So some great ideas there on how to be healthier. And there's a nice dinner on that page. This is a salmon, rice and tomato tray bake. And it says that salmon is a source of omega-3. There's a tip here that says keep any leftovers in the fridge and reheat the next day. You need 2 tins of chopped tomatoes, 300 grams of frozen mixed vegetables, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon of ground cumin, 2 250-gram packs of microwave whole grain rice, 1 vegetable stock pot, 520-gram pack of 4 boneless salmon fillets, 1 lemon thinly sliced, 4 spring onions trimmed and finely sliced. Preheat your oven to gas mark 4 or 180 degrees. Pour the tomatoes into a 20 by 28 centimetre oven-proof dish. Then stir in the mixed vegetables, spices, rice and stock and bake for 15 minutes. Season the dish, stir, then nestle in the salmon and lay the lemon slices on top. Bake for 15 minutes or until the salmon is cooked. Spoon into bowls and scatter with the spring onion to serve. That sounds delicious. It sounds really easy to make that as well. So I might have to have a go at that myself. There's some healthier snacking options there as well. So we've got rice cakes, baked crisps, popcorn, because we all love to snack, don't we? There's a breakfast idea there. That's a speedy omelette wrap, which sounds delicious. It's got lots of vegetables. It looks absolutely delicious. There's another breakfast idea here. This is a magic breakfast topper. Okay, which sounds lovely. That's made with goat goji berries, flax seeds, toasted 3-seed mix, blanched almonds and chia seeds. So that just gives you a massive, massive hit of nutrients, doesn't it, on your breakfast? It's another breakfast idea here, and it says if you crave something sweet first, so these are cottage cheese and oat pancakes. That doesn't sound like my sort of thing, but I suppose if you like pancakes for breakfast, which I don't really, but that's made with cottage cheese, porridge oats, baking powder, eggs, rapeseed oil, Greek-style yogurt, honey or maple syrup, and then you can use half a pineapple, some passion fruit, mango and banana for your fruit salad. So again, packed with nutrients. And this is another breakfast idea. So there's some eggs in that breakfast. So that's a breakfast salad. So that's quite interesting. You often get that when you go abroad and you have breakfast on the continent. They'll often serve salad for breakfast. So this is made with a cucumber, 4 eggs, some rapeseed oil, some halloumi, which I do like, some flaked almonds, clear honey, pomegranate seeds, white wine vinegar, 1 avocado, a little gem lettuce, and some 3-seed mix, fresh dill leaves, and whole grain toast, which is optional. So that, again, is absolutely packed with nutrients. If you like a salad for breakfast, not really my thing, to be honest. And there's an article here about tofu. So it says, think you don't like tofu. Those who love it will say you haven't prepared it the right way. So if you're new to this versatile ingredient, you're in for a treat. It's a stir-fry classic, but did you know it can stand in for scrambled eggs? It also makes a silky smooth pasta sauce, or even a chocolate mousse. With our handy guide, you'll be cooking up a storm in no time. I had no idea you could do all that with tofu. It's naturally high in protein as well. So it might not look much, it says, but it's got a lot of potential if you cook it properly. You've got to press it firmly as well, apparently. So it says, for the crispiest tofu, toss in corn flour before frying in an oil with a high smoke point, such as rapeseed or vegetable oil. The corn flour absorbs any extra moisture, giving it a crispy, crunchy, golden result. And you can marinate tofu in whatever you like as well. So that looks delicious, doesn't it? It says add it to everyday meals so you can crumble into rough pieces. Then fry it with your favourite spices as an alternative to scrambled egg. You can fry it until it's crisp to using curries, wraps, ramen or stir fries. You can pulse it into small pieces in a food processor, then use it in place of mince in a chili or bolognese. Blitz until smooth to make a creamy sauce for pasta or pies, or for desserts like a vegan chocolate mousse. Bake for a less crisp but more chewy finish. This works well when marinated. So there's a health and well-being section, okay, which talks about sleep as well. A good night's sleep can be linked to reducing stress levels, keeping hearts healthy and improving the immune system. 3 easy ways to improve your sleep reducing your sugar and alcohol intake, and taking regular exercise such as walking. And this one says, what is rucking? Getting fit doesn't always have to be complicated. This viral fitness hack takes low impact cardio to the next level. Simply add weights to your backpack in the form of dumbbells, plates, or even books, and set off for a walk. Alternatively, try wearing a weighted vest. And then there's an article about garlic. So garlic contains compounds that help your immune system fight off germs. So try adding 5 cloves to chicken broth with potatoes, herbs and onion to up your intake. And then it says January, obviously we're now past January, is a Love Your Liver Awareness Month. Reducing your alcohol intake is a great way to support liver health. So this says trend on trial, moisture sandwiching. With the harsh weather taking a toll on skin, we're all in for this latest trend in skincare. The technique involves leaving your face slightly damp after cleansing or applying a fine facial mist, following up with your serum before locking it in with your moisturiser to keep your skin hydrated for longer. That's something I've been doing for years. And then there's an article here about she's a TV chef and a cookbook author. So she says that health is about balance and listening to your body. So don't take the pleasure away from food. Diversity is important. So enjoy meals as a family is the key to getting the kids to eat more healthily. It says right now we're in the season for one pot comfort. We all love one pot cooking, don't we? Nice comfort food, nice and warming. And she puts chili on everything. 11C's is her most important meal of the day. Yesterday she had a peanut, butter, banana and cinnamon toasty. That sounds nice. And she says sometimes she has dinner in the bath. It's rare that I get to have a bath, so when I do, it's a 3-hour affair. It's one of the ways I relax. And she does tap dancing to help her release stress. And bed is a happy place. There's a little article here about drinking zero alcohol drinks. So these are like mocktail recipes. So it says here that a fermented drink that's enjoyed for its gut-friendly properties is kombucha, which is made from tea, sugar and a bacterial culture called SCOBY. Although not all kombucha that's sold will have the live bacteria, it makes a refreshing alternative to your regular fizzy drink. Never tried kombucha, so I might have to. So it says, no longer quite so taboo is the latest trend for swapping your glass of wine for a CBD infused drink. These are sparkling drinks which are infused with the non-psychoactive part of the hemp plant and are legal in the UK. It takes around 20 minutes to feel the effects. Interesting. A perfect partner for your low alcohol gin. But you might have also seen tonic water making an appearance in some of the more surprising drink combos. We love it mixed with espresso or straight up with dash of bitters if you're looking for a grown-up sundowner. I'm not sure I like the idea of that really. I like tonic with a gin, but that's it really. And then there's a recipe here for something called a blood orange and cardamom shrub, which doesn't sound very nice to me, but it's got 4 blood oranges, 100 grams of granulated sugar, 15 lightly crushed cardamom pods, and 250 ml of water, which you have to boil and reduce to a simmer. And then you add, once it's removed from the heat, you stir in the juice from the blood oranges and 3 tablespoons of white wine vinegar. So that's interesting. Don't think it sounds like my sort of thing though. There's also a swap shop here for an alternative to alcohol drinks, so you can switch to alcohol-free Malbec, which is apparently velvety and packed with rich dark fruits. Then you can have, instead of drinking squash, they suggest a lightly sparkling strawberry and raspberry brassé. And there's low alcohol G&T as well, which I've never tried. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it there. I'll come back to this magazine in another video. So I just want to thank you for joining me, and I hope you found some of that interesting and some nice tasty recipes. So hopefully I will see you again soon. Take care.